You're gonna run into 3 problems when you get a bigger wheel and tire on your Bronco. The first is that your tire is gonna hit this third brake light. The second thing is that this factory tailgate, it's kind of a lot of weight to be putting on it because if you look here, there's a magnet. If I put it against here, it does not stick because this is made out of aluminum. It's a lot of weight to be putting on aluminum. We need to reinforce it so we do not cause any damage. The third thing is that if I put a bigger tire, it's gonna hit our rear bumper. I'm a little bit behind on installs. Here's 1, here's 2, 3. Let's start small and then get bigger. Have you seen how big the rough country facility is? Let me show you this video that one of their team members sent me from inside one of the warehouses where they have all the product ready to go. Oh, this is the first full page QR code for install instructions. Necessary hardware and the branded third brake light extension. Awesome. If you're here, we're not gonna need these. Package number 2. This is a spare tire relocation bracket so that we can clear the bigger tire and not hit the bumper. Beefy, big old piece. Of course, the necessary hardware in gold. Box number 3. We're gonna need our cutters. That was easy. Hardware. This, my friends, is a sweet looking tailgate reinforcement. Because that aluminum is a little questionable and we get the heavier tire on there, this is gonna do the job. Look at this piece, it's gonna look cool. It's got our cutout for our Ford Bronco stallion on the tailgate. Wow, these might be the prettiest thing I've set on this table in uniform. Wow, this looks nice. Ta-da! If you order anything from Rough Country, click the link in the description. That is an affiliate link to take you to Rough Country's website. If you order any parts from Rough Country from here forward, please use that link. That'll help us keep making videos like this. So if you enjoyed the content, that is an awesome way to support. Just finished the install. Let's talk about tools. I gotta organize first. Impact to get the lug nuts. I use a small Milwaukee gun. I used Randall's snap-on gun. You can just use a ratchet for the whole thing. I have 2 3/8 ratchets. You only need 1. 10mm wrench, 13mm wrench, quarter adapter for sockets, 19mm for the lug nuts, 13mm for a lot of the bolts, T47 for the hinges on the tailgate, 9mm Allen head for the new bolts for the tailgate support, 4mm Allen head brake light relocation, and then we have a tiny T27 Torx bit for the brake relocation as well. I use my knife to do the unpackaging, and then the skinny side of my plastic pry tool to get that trim piece off, and that's it. Harley, is it a little too late for you? I really like this table, so I'm just gonna throw this down so I don't clunk any tools on it. Step 1, let's get this plastic piece off the tailgate. Up inside here, let's disconnect these 2 wires. And we can pull these wires out like this. This is what we want. I'm gonna push on these tabs. Once I got both hands in there and I was able to use 3 fingers and this tool, I was able to finally push it through. We're good there. 19mm. Throw it on my best friend. A naked tire carrier. We have 13mm bolts all the way around that hold the tire carrier on. Let's get those off. We've got one left. I'm gonna make sure and grab this thing. We'll use this bench to do some surgery. This is driving me nuts. Let's clean it. Which one do I want? Waterless wash, check. first install is gonna be the one I'm dreading the most. The tailgate reinforcement, it's big. We gotta put cardboard in here to make sure that this thing doesn't fall down. Let's get into it. This should be good. The time has come. T47 Torx. Make sure you have one of these. If not, run to your local auto parts store or shop the Amazon list in the description with tools. That's in every single video. Oof. Yeah, you're gonna take some paint off with this. There we go. The paint was holding us up a little bit. Had to give her a nice love tap. So at this point, I'm only gonna take off the top ones. Go get my hardware. The 4 black bolts are a 6mm Allen key, hex head, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you get your washer. Another part of the kit is make sure that you have this like beveled washer to protect the Bronco tailgate. I'm gonna hold it up very gently without it touching the paint. Get it started. Perfect. Not perfect. Let's let that relax. Let's pull this up. Got our last one out. Just bolt through. Get our washer. Bolt through. I'm gonna leave this loose on purpose. The next step, grab your tire relocation bracket, get your hardware ready. Make sure you have your washer on. Let's start with the outside edge. Before we move on, we can go ahead and snug these up. We're good to pull out all the cardboard. Sweet! Looks awesome. It is now time to do surgery on this guy. We have a T27, throwing it on a little Milwaukee gun. This first little clip, go ahead and undo it so you have a little more slack so we can get in the door with our tire carrier. Third brake light extension fits flush right here. Now we can go ahead and put it back. In here is a mix of these plastic screws, and then we have the bolts with the nut on the backside. Take our bolt, take our washer, 4mm Allen head. Just gonna get both sides hand tight. 10mm. I gotta get my gun, too impatient for this. One down. And that, my friends, is a third brake light extension with nice rough country branding to match. We're ready to put this back on. Something nice that Rough Country did is when we line this up, we have a little slot for our wire to go, and we can pass this back through here. Got your gold bolts, your washers, you got your nut. Go ahead and get this on by hand. Ooh, this one's tough. Alright, so the trick here, I'm gonna act like I'm smoking a nut. Stick it up in here with it between my fingers. So this side I'm gonna have to do these fingers. Then you put your finger on the back side of it and then press it into place and hold it there. $13mm wrench, 13mm socket. Let's go to town. gosh darn solid unit right there. We got some gap now so we can clear the bumper. We've got support for the heavier tire. And last but not least, we made some space for our brake light so we can fit the bigger tire. This gives the Bronco kind of a beefy look. It doesn't really look proper yet with this wheel setup, but when we get the new one on, it's gonna look perfect. The only aggressive thing on this now is the support, but we'll get there. We gotta start somewhere, right? Money well spent. We're prepared for those bigger tires so we can go off-roading. Half the fun is working on the vehicle. The other half is taking it off-roading. That's why I got this video on the screen right here. Go to Bulldog Canyon with me and enjoy the other half of the Bronco with me. We're gonna have a good time. It was my first time off-roading as a young adult. We had some fun. Go check out the adventure. We'll see you over there, and we'll be back to do some more mods of the Bronco here soon.